Hey everyone, it's Hyacsho here. It's really great to speak to you again. It's actually been just over a year since the last time we did a channel update, and like I said in the last one, I don't like doing these kinds of things. It just feels, But hey, we're here again because I have some news. As always, before I get into that, I just want to thank you very much. You, my friends, my family, everyone in this community, the Hyacsho community that we've made, but also the gaming and the retro and the boomer shooter and the indie and all these other crazy communities that I've met and engaged with over the last year. It's just been absolutely amazing, and I want to thank every single one of you guys. You guys have really added to my life. So thank you very much, everyone. Decided to take notes. Rather than being off the cuff, I decided to write notes, but they're in big letters this time, so, a little bit more casual. I'm trying to be serious. About a year or so ago, I made an update about my mental health and my physical health in general, and I want to let you guys know that I'm doing great. I'm still working on it, still got a lot of weight to lose, still trying to get to the gym regularly, still trying to eat less junk food. I'm also in therapy, which is really good. It's good for your mental health, and I think I'm going to be making good progress on it. So that's positive. Keep going. And you know what? A year down the line, honestly, I still love this stuff. I love everything about what I do, about YouTube, about these games that we play, about the things that we talk about. I just love it. I have never felt more creative in my entire life. Everything that we do, from the live streams to the writing to the to the videos to the editing to the music mixing. I love that. Like it's just all coming together. And honestly, that's the crux of this video, is about creativity. Because I've decided that after everything that I've been doing for the last year, there needs to be a few changes. Number one, big change. I don't like doing review videos. I know I said this in my last update that I don't want to do reviews necessarily, that I always wanted to add in my own flavor. I've just come to realize that reviews themselves is not what I enjoy doing. At first I thought it was video essays, but quite truthfully, it's more analysis that I enjoy doing. And working with a lot of amazing people like, I have them on a list. Where is it? Everybody from Melancholy Geek to Deadforge, High Functioning Medium, Immorpha, Knacked Intellect, Obi2 Time, Ruby Rages, Limbraski, and so many others that I can't even think of right now that have just helped me out, just spoken to me. You guys have been great, and I've come to realize that I don't want to do review videos necessarily. I want to do analysis videos, if we're being pedantic about categories and technicalities, but I think it matters to make a difference. I don't want to make a buyer's guide. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to make an ad for a game. Whether I like the game or not is not the point. Analyzing and talking and making a bit of a story about something. I prefer talking about the game mechanics that I find interesting in a game, while how that opposes to a game's story and lore and creativity and aesthetic. And if you've watched some of my most recent videos, you'll notice that this is actually something where I thrive more than just talking about, is this game good or bad and should you buy it or not. I mean, goddamn, if you want to know if you want to buy something, just ask me. I'll just tell you straight up. But like, I would rather do some kind of cool analysis video, diving into a topic of a game that I like very much and expanding on that. That's what I'd like to do. So I'm going to be just shifting that ever so slightly. And honestly, to most people, it's not going to matter. But to me, it does, to make that distinction. So no shade on people that do reviews. I'm probably still going to have elements of review-esque-ness in my videos, because that's what I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 years. But this is kind of what I prefer to do. It also means that I can take my time with making videos rather than having to rush to a fucking deadline. And I don't like that so much. I have enough deadlines in my work life. I don't want this here on YouTube either. So it'll allow me to take time, find games that I really enjoy or find interesting, and talk to you about them, which I think is going to be pretty cool. You may have noticed that I started streaming on Twitch again, and now this time more consistently. This kind of happened because I needed time for myself. Streaming on Twitch is fun and it's chilled. I said this a year ago. I maintain that today. Unfortunately, this last year has proven that YouTube really doesn't care so much about streaming. All the innovation that I was hoping that they would bring to the platform hasn't been much. I swear there's one engineer sitting at Google making stuff happening for live streaming. They haven't brought much else out, I'm afraid. There are some cool opportunities. YouTube does a lot of really things well. I'm still going to stream on YouTube. I really still do enjoy streaming on YouTube from a quality point of view, but I really enjoy streaming on Twitch. And right now they've allowed us to multi-stream. I've been multi-streaming for quite a while, I think for about the last month or 2 months or so. It's been great. I've got it in just the right place right now, and it's really cool. And we're going to be streaming on Fridays and Saturdays, and I'm going to get more into that very special part in a second. But yeah, just going to give you a fresh update there. We're still going to be doing gameplay streams on Saturdays. We've changed the time around a few times. I'm sorry about mixing you guys up, but we're definitely going to keep doing that. I have a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying chatting with all of you. It's been so cool. The Friday streams were on Twitch just to decompress after a long day of work, but they're going to change ever so slightly. You may have noticed that I have changed my banner, the thing at the top of the YouTube channel. Go to my channel now, pause this video and go check. But essentially, I changed our tagline. It used to be retro and indie game reviews, and that was quite fun. It was descriptive and it worked. I've changed it now to exploring video game worlds, and let me tell you why. When I was a youngster, I used to watch horror movies and I used to watch action movies, and there's no secret that I used to play Doom as a kid. And one of my favorite movies was Spawn. Did any of you watch Spawn or play that really awful first-person game back in the day? I did. Anyway, so as a kid, I used to sketch out first-person shooter games in my notebook because obviously I did. In recent times, like many people, I have been confronted with the need to change in my life. I'm not fully satisfied in my career, really. Like, I've been doing advertising now for 15 years. I could sell ice to an Eskimo at the end of the day with the right kind of creative and targeting. It's fine, but also I think I'm okay. I think I've done what I set out to do, and I think it's time for a change. But I'm also not deluded. Change doesn't happen overnight. Change isn't something you just do dramatically. You shouldn't be that diva and just storm out of an office and be like, yep, that's it, I'm done, and then run away. You know what I mean? Especially at my age. But I would like to start trying something else. And one of these things that I'd like to try is not necessarily guys, I don't want to be a YouTube professional. You know, I don't want to edit videos for a living. I tolerate editing videos. I love editing music, just for the record. But editing videos, maybe not the funnest thing. We got to do it, you know, at the end of the day, to do on YouTube, and that's fine. And I've really appreciated the skill. I love designing thumbnails and the music mixing. Goddamn, I know it's weird, but I love that shit. But anyway, I don't want to do YouTube necessarily for a living. It would be cool, but I don't want to be a YouTuber. What I realized in learning and growing in a lot of these spaces, and especially now with the popularity of creators like Pirate Software and that kind of thing, I'd like to try my hand at making my own video game. I've engaged with many developers for a very long time. Long before I started this YouTube channel, long before everything, I have engaged with video game developers and publishers and that kind of thing, but from a media point of view, never very much so an actual creator point of view. And anyone in marketing can tell you that there is a point where you're either in a creative space or you're in an administrative space. And as someone who is very creative or likes to think of himself as creative, I need to make something. I need to use my hands or use my mind and actually create. I want to create a lot of things. I want to write, I want to sketch, I want to speak, I want to do all these things. And honestly, the best way that I found after a lot of sketching and writing is that the best way for me to achieve all these many different hobbies and ideas and creative aspects is weirdly a video game. So I changed the tagline of the channel to exploring video game worlds because that's what I intend to do. I both want to create videos and streams analyzing the games that I like, to learn their mechanics, and honestly understand them better, to apply them to my own dream of making a video game. Now, I don't know where this adventure will take me, which is why, and I know nothing about creating a video game. I know how to promote one, but I don't know how to make one. I think that's great. I can't wait to get started. I'll be streaming every step of the way, whether I succeed or fail, and both of them are likely, on Twitch every Friday, maybe more often over time. That's what I intend to do. I've never done this before in my life. I have always wanted to, but never thought I could. I always thought it was out of reach. And if you guys would like to join me on this journey and go along with me, I think that would be great. I am going to be doing a few changes on the channel in that regard. I'll be having the dev streams as its own playlist here on the channel. I'll also be doing, I hope, monthly dev updates. That's a thing, I guess. I also want to be clear that anyone that has subscribed or followed my channel since then, thank you. I know you came here for a specific reason, and if this isn't an adventure you'd like to go on with me, that's really okay. I know you came here for a specific kind of content, and if you feel that I'm not going to give you that, it's chilled. You can dial out. That's okay by me. I get it. You know, I am going to still do the video analyses because I think there's a point to it. How can you develop a game if you don't learn about games? Analyzing games and then telling you about what I found and then applying those lessons into my video game kind of makes sense to me. It's a little complicated, but it makes sense to me, right? Frankly, I like that shit. I like analyzing and I want to share that experience with you, and I love streaming. Streaming for me is just such a fucking amazing feeling. I get to talk to you amazing people, and I get to make some friends, and I get to talk to you guys, and it's great. We can all share this passion together, and I just love it. I always wanted to be a radio show host, and it's kind of like that. So yeah, we're going to be doing it. So live streams on Fridays and Saturdays going forward. Friday probably going to be dev stream. Saturday probably going to be a gameplay stream. Maybe mix them up from time to time. We're still going to be doing the day of stream, so we've got quite a few games coming up now in July. That's going to be great. I think I'm working on my Reverend video now. Shout out to Reverend. It's going to be amazing, guys. Yeah, the only thing that I need to keep working on now is being more consistent, which anyone that knows me knows I struggle with because life. That's all I got to say for now, guys. It's been a great year, and here's to another year from now, 2024, 2025. I can't wait to explore worlds with all of you. Sounds a bit corny. Maybe we'll work it in some way. And until next time, guys, please, as always, take care. Rupente. Cheers.